Well, my problem is, I mean, I've got a lot of problems, but my problem is that I live in a shitty apartment in Bushwick, and I can't have sex with anyone in my room because then my roommate will hear. But all the guys I date are deadbeats, and they don't have their own apartments either.
Try Wall Street. You know what? You know all those tents down at Occupy Wall Street?
Oh, yeah. Somebody lost his virginity down there.
Did you know him?
No.
You read about it.
Well, I read about it, but I did know the guy who proposed to his baby mama. But yeah, there's people, apparently some people banging, but I haven't seen any like daytime banging. It's not like out of control.
Well, they had tents.
When I went down there, I didn't see any banging.
Yeah.
We should go up to the tents.
Wait, I have a question. What do I do to stop dating shitty guys with no apartments?
Occupy Wall Street. Or, get a job on Wall Street. The guys may not be any better, but at least they'll have their own apartment.
Yeah, I mean, the goal is to find somebody in between sleeping outside and ruining the country.
Oh.
Like a happy middle.
Well, where do you go to meet guys?
Shitty bars in Bushwick?
Maybe come into Manhattan.
Manhattan guys?
Well, it's a possibility. You're not doing that well in Bushwick.
Yeah, that's true. So I just gotta go to the bars and sit by myself and stare at people?
Listen, I think what you need to do is, first of all, that's not a terrible thing to do, but meeting people at bars means it's smoky, it's dark, and everybody's been drinking. So I know this sounds really corny, especially for this group, but what about doing some volunteer activity? What about taking an adult education class? What about going on eHarmony, Match.com, We Are Vaginas,
What's We Are Vaginas?
I just made that part up.
Yeah, really exciting.
Listen, why not? Look, if what you're doing isn't working, try doing something else.
That's very effective advice.
Listen, stop playing the victim. She's not telling you that she's attracted to shitty guys. And when perfectly nice, normal guys come after her, she's like, he's just so boring. We didn't have anything to talk about. He just liked me.
Is your daddy around?
I don't have daddy issues. I got a nice dad.
She just really, really thinks it's cool to be an asshole.
No, I think my problem is that...
And you're her friend?
I'm trying to help her. I consider myself her coach.
I know, but you may want to use slightly gentler terms if you're, I hear you're getting her attention. But if what we're saying is that she dates jerks because she feels lousy about herself, calling her an asshole doesn't really...
No. The asshole was about the guy.
Oh, good.
I'm being the guy.
I feel much better.
I feel good about myself.
I would never do that.
I like myself. I just can't find a guy who feels good about me.
How long do you wait after you've met a guy before you hit the sheets with him?
Good question.
I tried to wait recently and wait until the next morning.
All right, look, let me tell you. Where's my Windex?
No!
Yeah, Windex that bitch! Do it, gang!
It was really charming. We had like a nice platonic sleepover and then we did it in the morning.
Let me tell you one of the terrible secrets that in the male mind. A guy assumes if you'll sleep with him on the first date, you'll sleep with anybody.
This is not my problem. This is society's problem.
No, it's your problem because you're dating jerks who don't have their own apartment.
Yeah, but the fact that this is the same...
Play a little harder to get. Be a little harder to get.
But this is it's all put on the woman. None of it is put on the man to not be a jerk. Men can have sex with people whenever they want, and everyone's like, cool, that guy gets a lot of... And if you're a woman and you want to have sex and you want to be like a liberated woman
But you're not saying you're after sex. You're saying you want a guy to treat you well and be in a relationship.
Or has his own apartment.
Or has his own apartment. If you wanted to just f*** a bunch of dudes, then you're totally fine. But you're saying you want something more. So you gotta hold off a little bit.
She's going to take over my job.
But at the same time, I know plenty of girls that have gotten into relationships with someone they slept with right away just because it was right. And if someone likes you, they're going to like you no matter what they do. And why pretend to be something you're not?
You don't have to pretend. All you have to do is decide that you want to get to know somebody. Sex will move you at the speed of light past things you ought not to be moving past at all. Get to know. Look, it's much easier to go from friendship to sex than it is to go from sex to friendship. Think of how many guys, if they were women, you wouldn't have anything to do with them because they're young.
Oh, so
And the only reason you're going out with them is because you're having sex with them. And even the sex doesn't work very long because they're hormones.